Hello, hello. I am Dr. Lucretia Dangerfield, a licensed professional counselor with a mental health service provider designation and a leadership wellness consultant. And I want to talk about we hear a lot about corporate wellness, but we don't hear a lot about leadership wellness. And as a leader, I've been in that place of burnout. And it finally came to a time where I was burnout, where I was like, it has to be an easier way. Because if I'm honest, I probably sat in burnout 2 to 3 times when I was working in leadership. And I was thinking earlier and I was laughing to myself that when I worked in corporate America, I didn't experience burnout. It wasn't until I became a helper and a healer that I experienced burnout. But I'm not here to really talk about burnout. What I'm really here is to talk about leadership wellness. For years, I tell you, I was leading, growing, and building, and I was burning myself up on the outside, but on the inside, I felt very empty. I was tired. I was fatigued. I remember one December, I was laying on the couch and I was watching Eat, Pray, Love, and I was exhausted. I was tired because of leading from the outside instead of leading from my who I was as a leader. It was not just physical tiredness, but it was emotional, spiritual, and mental tiredness. The world kept telling me, and culture always would tell me, you got to keep moving, you got to push, girl, you doing it. They would tell me this because at that time, I was working a full time job in leadership. I was in a doctoral program, getting my doctorate, plus working in my own practice outside of my full time job, trying to keep all the balls in the air and everything else that was going in my personal life. And it was like culture would tell you, keep moving because you can rest later. But you know what? We're in a resting period now. But I knew that it was something deeper than adding the achievements and getting the things accomplished. Uh, what it was I was out of alignment. And I always think about when you go to take your car to get the wheels aligned, they always take you back to the manufacturer's specific specs. And so for me, I had to figure out where I was being called and what the specific specs for my life, my professional life, and my personal life were supposed to be. And that something was really rooted in wellness, in identity and purpose, getting very clear of who I was and what I was called to do. And what I look at now is leadership wellness. How do we as leaders lead well? Because here's the truth: corporate wellness helps the workforce, leadership wellness heals the leader. If you are a leader, you want to lead well, you want to lead from a place of healing. And when the leader is whole, then the culture transforms. Things cannot stay the same. So this month, I'm really starting a conversation for women, other leaders who hold it all together, carry the vision, they care deeply, and lead others, but need a safe place to pause, reflect, and to be seen. And if that's you, welcome. Like, connect with me, and we want you to lead on full and not on empty. You don't have to be empty. So let's talk about identity. Let's talk about wellness. Let's talk about your impact. Let's re imprint how we lead. So I want you to look out for my other videos and information this month as we talk about leadership wellness versus corporate wellness. Thank you. Let me know what you think. What do you think the difference is? Where are you on your journey as a leader? Are you leading well? Are you leading from a place of burnout and misalignment? Let me know below in the comments and we can talk about it.